So we're going to have a look at worked example 16. Before we do, I just want to take your focus to the bottom of the previous slide. And it just says here, if a problem gives an interest rate but does not state whether it is a nominal or an effective rate, then assume that it is a nominal rate. Nominal rate is really just the rate that it's advertised at, okay? So here we go. An account offers an effective interest rate of 7.2% per annum with interest added monthly. Find the nominal annual rate. Okay, so it's actually giving us the effective interest rate. Okay, and we can see that it's being added monthly. And there are two really important points. So here's the formula for effective interest rate. If the effective interest rate is 7.2, that means we can write that as a decimal as 0.072 is equal to 1 plus. Now, we don't know the nominal rate, so let's use R for that. But we know that it's going to happen monthly, so it's going to happen 12 times. All right? And N is how often it happens in a year, so that's 12, take away 1. So to sort this out, we've got to do some good solving equations work here. We want to get R on its own, so we have to basically undo all of the different things that are over here in a particular order. Okay. Sometimes I like to explain this if you're not sure what to do, is you think about, okay, this is my variable, it's R. What's the first thing that happens to R? Is it's divided by 12. The next thing is that I've added 1. After that, with the result, I've taken it to the power of 12. And then at the very end, I've taken away 1. So to solve the equation, we're going to work in the opposite order. So first of all, we're going to add 1 to both sides. So if I add 1 to this side, I need to add 1 to the other side. So I've got 0.072 plus 1, which is 1.072, is equal to everything remaining. Okay. Now the next thing is I have to undo to the power of 12. So if it said to the power of 2, it said squared, we would square root it. If it said to the power of 3, which is cubed, we would cube root it. If it's to the power of 12, the only way to undo it is to take the 12th root. You have to use your calculator for that. You will notice that in the previous question, okay, if I just flick over here for a second, it doesn't use so it goes from to the power of 4. It doesn't use the 4th root. It actually writes to the power of 1/4. That's the same thing, but I think for most of you it will make more sense if you think of it as the 12th root. Okay, so we're going to we draw a square root sign, we put a little 12 here, we put the number in here. You'll have to find the button on your calculator which looks like a square root with a little square and a little square. Okay, and that's equal to 1 plus R over 12. Now it's better not to get this as a number, just to keep it and figure out later. The next thing we need to do is to get rid of this add 1, so we're going to take 1, as you can see. So we're going to have the 12th root of 1.072 subtract 1 is equal to R on 12. All right, and then to get rid of this divide by 12, we're going to times by 12. So we're going to times everything on this side by 12. 12 times the 12th root of 1.072 take away 1 is going to equal R. If we put that in our calculator really nice and carefully, we'll end up with, Darcy, I'm putting your R on the left-hand side for you, 0.0697, which is therefore the nominal rate is equal to 7.0% per annum to 1 dp.